Howdy, howdy. It is the 3rd of February, Saturday night. It's about 8 minutes past 9 o'clock. Welcome back. I'm sure you would have noticed I got a haircut. I don't know if I look. I think I'm looking a lot more slimmer than what I anticipated, but yeah, my boy Johnny down at Aikenvale, I think it's Aikenvale, or I don't know actually what the suburb is called, but yeah, he's done me up pretty well. Every time I get a haircut, not even when I get a haircut, I realize that I'm probably gonna have to go bald very soon. I am really stretching it to keep my hair intact, but yeah, I think I've got maybe a year or two left, and then I'm just gonna take it all off. But yes, it was a good day. It was quiet. I went up the hill again, Castle Hill, this morning again with one of my colleagues. Did absolutely fucking trash, but it was a nice reminder that if I'm not consistent, I mean, the last time I ran up that hill was 2 weeks ago, when I made that video. And yeah, I remember as I was running up, I felt like vomiting again, and I did worse. And all I could think about was, I deserve this, because I was not consistent. If I had been consistent and gone again and again in between, the first time I went up and now, it would have been easier. I would have been better. I would have been fitter. But I didn't. I did my runs. I was consistent with that. But it isn't the same level as that fucking hill. So that was a nice way to start my first Saturday. And a nice reminder. And I guess my colleague didn't wait for me this time. He just ran ahead. And then when I met him towards near the top of the hill, he only waited for me at that sprinting area, that the slope that goes like fucking like this. And he waited and he said, yeah, we're gonna do that last sprint again. And he told me, he said, I'm not gonna wait for you anymore. If we do this again, it's gonna be the same way. And I was like, yeah, that's it, I deserve it. So we did the last sprint. I nearly vomited. I was gonna fucking chuck my guts up, and I didn't give a fuck who was around. I was so out of it. But I fucking did it. I went to the top again. I walked more than I did the first time around. I probably walked maybe 150 extra more meters, maybe 300 meters of the whole thing. But still, I actually know more than that. I'm gonna push 400 meters of walking. But yeah, I just remember this feeling inside of me as I kept going or walking up that hill. Like with each step, I just kept feeling like this I shouldn't be feeling like this. If I put in the effort that it required to do this task, I wouldn't face this adversity. So, but the key takeaways was, especially when I was walking down, was I gotta be more consistent. The running that I do is good, but it's flat ground, and I'm not too sure where I have to improve with that. I need to go uphill. I think this, obviously the muscles will be trained differently, but I think I need to challenge myself more with these runs. Although I am consistent, I need to challenge myself more for something as difficult as that fucking hill. So that was a nice reminder. today was it was quiet. I thought a lot today. I thought a lot about work. I thought a lot about I have a terrible issue with procrastination, and I often catch myself being very distracted and then not adjusting that trajectory where my focus is. I acknowledge it that I'm not supposed to be doing this, but then I still do it. A big fucking one is listening to Spotify podcasts, and a friend of mine used a good term for it, and I'm just gonna look up exactly what he said, and I find myself doing it a lot. He said it's mental masturbation. I'm just overloading myself with these productivity strategies and fucking hacks, but I'm not doing it. And then I feel like shit when I'm not doing it, and that puts me into a worse state. So I think the most important thing about it, like as I was reflecting on it, even now when I reflect on it, it's just finding a balance. And I have to do that because when I do catch myself out and I don't fix it, I feel like shit. And when I feel like shit, I don't want to be productive. So I don't change it. I just make myself feel worse. Logically, if I catch myself, the logical response would be stop doing what you're doing. But I find myself that habit of making myself feel like shit makes me feel more like shit, if that makes sense. Like I just dig further down into the fucking hole that I'm in, and it just feels like a constant battle. I don't know. It is a constant battle. Then I'll watch a YouTube video, or again a podcast. I've been really into my podcast at the moment, and I'll listen to all these strategies and I'll try to implement them. But they just don't stick. But I haven't even tried them for long enough, I think it's a reminder. It's just a little steps. You have to slowly make them a habit. And this fucking book. That's all it pretty much says is small incremental habits, doing the tiny steps, tricking yourself into enjoying those little minor wins, and then making and doing it consistently until it becomes a habit, that action. And it's such a battle. But it's not a battle. I think I'm just so ingrained in my usual habits that I have to figure it out. I'm sure anybody that's watching it deals with something similar. And I am in your fucking shoes right now. It's just a loop. It feels like a loop, a constant fucking loop. But yeah, as I said, I think it's finding a balance of of figuring out which habits work for me, right? Not trying to overforce it, finding that balance, and then finding the little wins that make me feel good to implement them in. I'm gonna do it. Obviously, I'm not gonna not do it. It's just, I'm just thinking about what it's gonna feel like when I do make it a habit, like doing these videos. I don't know why, but it feels like a journal, so I look forward to it. Like, it's not a hassle yet, and I'm nearly fucking 20 videos in, and I'm wondering, like, what is it about this that I like doing, and I'm now making it a bit more consistent, and I'm looking forward to it, but sitting down and working through my Google certificate, watching a 4 or 5 minute video, reading a 10-15 minute article, that I get distracted doing that, and they're smaller. So I have to work to my strengths. I have to figure it out, how to adjust my moods while I'm doing those tasks, and just figuring it out. It's gonna take some trial and error. It's gonna take some trial and error. I'll figure it out though. But we will see. The quote I think is fitting for this convo that I've just had with myself. It's again from the book. It's one of the earlier stages of the book. And as I am doing this now, I have just remembered I haven't done that chapter summary that I was going to do. See, I made the promise, but it was on Tuesday, then I did it on Thursday, it's Saturday, and I haven't done it. So, there we go. I didn't hold myself accountable to it, and not now I feel like shit, But, yeah, look, I'm just going to read this article, this little paragraph, and I'm going to actually do it. I'm going to do, what is it? It's Q. See, I can't even remember make it obvious. Alright. We'll do a chapter summary for Make It Obvious, and I'll add that into my video for tomorrow. Keep me accountable. I fucking have to do it. Alright, so tomorrow I will do it for the first law. I'm not gonna feel like shit. I still have an opportunity to do it. Fuck. I'm gonna do it. Okay, here we go. We all face challenges in life. Changes that seem small and unimportant at first will compound into remarkable results if you're willing to stick with them for years. We all deal with setbacks in the long run. The quality of our lives often depends on the quality of our habits. With the same habits, you'll end up with the same results. But with better habits, anything is possible. I think that's a fucking big one that I have to work on. I have to stop lying to myself. I actually have to be a man of my word. I have to keep my own promises that I make to myself. I do it at work when I say I'm gonna do something, or I go talk to a supervisor or whatnot, and I do it, but I can't do it to myself. Like if I say I'm gonna do a section of like that Google certificate, and I don't, like I lied to myself. Or not even lied to myself, I let myself down. I didn't keep my word to myself. And I need to start doing that. Fuck. Alright, look, I'm gonna write it down. Alright. For tomorrow. Let's see what was it called again? Fuck, I just wrote this bitch down. Summarize. And it'll just be a short summary as well. This is really unedited. I really just fucking, whatever I'm thinking, I'm just saying it. So, that's what I need to work on. I'm gonna really try stop breaking promises to myself. If I say I'm gonna do something, fucking do it. Alright, look, I'm not gonna try to feel like shit for the rest of the night. I've written it down. At least it's in my book now. Expect a summary tomorrow. Alright? For myself, fuck. Maybe saying it out loud, keeping myself accountable in this video recording. I can do something about it. But yeah, look, it's a quiet Saturday night here in Townsville. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.